It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and we've got a much-anticipated rematch of last year's NFC title game. It's the 49ers and the Lions on Thursday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024 as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Detroit Lions. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
We'll fall around the corner. Football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
On second down, here's Burrow. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker to third. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Burrow. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Ray McLeod. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Richardson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. That is caught by Laporta. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, 29 yards. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Richardson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Richardson out of the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Xavier McKinney In there to drop him for a loss on the play. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
4-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carry goes his way. For almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Now Burrow on first down. That's taken in by Watson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Quick slant to Watson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, San Francisco.
Up the middle, here's Walker. There he goes, left side. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 42 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jaden Reed from 19 yards away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah,
absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, here's 2nd down at 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the air with Richardson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Walker now in 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now it's Burrow. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in a position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And Detroit getting set to go now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, and a Lion 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Over the middle and take it. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's once again complete to Chark. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Richardson. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Finds his receiver, Watson. They'll get to the line here. Remember, it's also 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Richardson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And out of bounds right around the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. And Richardson looks to throw once more. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. Throwing on second and long.
Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down.
Running left is Walker.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty to look forward to in that early window, one being a noontime start up in Green Bay. A big one for the Packers as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Chicago Bears. And then finally, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 75 yards.
And the Lions are looking good here in the season openers are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Richardson will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. What I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On the slant, this is Chark. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He gets away from one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run once more with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Richardson looking to throw this. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the the 25 there. Second down and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's Burrow. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to Walker on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions holding onto the football. They also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. back to the air with Richardson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Richardson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Derek Brown now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Catch made by Watson on the out route. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Burrow's throw brought in by Watson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 76 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get that complete to Albert O. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 33-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Burrow. Touchdown 49ers. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Niners get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it here. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ball back to the Detroit offense and DJ Chark.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now it's Richardson.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So now the Niners down by 8, a minute 51 on the clock.
On 1, ready?
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Burrow. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Throw left side to Kincaid.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now Burrow.
Touchdown!
Dalton Kincaid
From 17 yards out.
And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. Ray McLeod to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Richardson.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Detroit's offense ready to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Now time to see what Burrow can do here at OT. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
And his pass incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Richardson looking to throw. Left side, who finds Pierce. Hook up of 15 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 15 brings up 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flush to his right. Powering forward. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, bro, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. St. Brown on the catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 97 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT.
First down.
Throwing, Burrow. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
And now it already
rest on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. From the right hash, this from 33. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Niners, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.